Alright everybody, it's Revolver84 here, and we're back doing another drive on Gran Turismo Sport. So this time I'm going to do a daily commentary on the Suzuka circuit in a Group 4 race. I chose, for the first time that day, a Renault Sport Megan Trophy 2011 edition, just because everyone was raving about it for so long. I thought to myself, you know what it is, I'm going to buy it, I'm going to see what all this fuss is about, like see why the Megan's supposed to be such a good car. And I have to say, it didn't disappoint. Like, for my first drive in the car, and my first competitive race, I have to say I was really impressed. So I managed to get pole with like a time of 2:13, a little bump there, with a time of 2:13.5 or something, and I was really happy with my pole position. And the car itself holds really well, it grips the roll really well, the acceleration's good. It's not excellent, but it's good, but you feel like you haven't got a lot of roll with it. It's pretty good. So this race is off here in the daily. Like I say, I'm doing the Suzuka circuit there, and already I'm taking a surmountable lead here. The guys are miles away from us by this point. I've got a good second in them already, going around that bend there, and you can see I've already got a significant lead. Even with that early bump, I'm pulling away drastically from the crowd. Coming around here, and I'm just clipping that corner there, just the apex just nice. Now this is the difficult hard brake, so you've got to brake there, get that corner just nice, and then get on straight. You've got to get it just right, otherwise you go too far wide and you can spin out. Now this corner here, I tend to get around here, then braking now, getting around the hairpin nice and tight. Didn't quite hit the apex, but that's a pretty good exit, really, to be fair. Hit the external apex just a little bit. Could have been a little bit tighter, maybe was getting into the 10th, but it was pretty good. I'm still a good distance away from the next car, although he has made a bit of time on us. And I'm coming down and round. Now, when I switch onto the other view, you'll sort of see what my strategy is in terms of TCS, and this is why I think the car, the second place position, the P2, is sort of making time up at this point. But back to this point here, I reduced my TCS to nothing, and I just floor it. Keep it nice and straight and floor it. Now you can see P2 behind the McLaren. He's trying to get into my slipstream as best he can, and then there's a significant difference between us, dual central, and the following car behind. So for this part here, I just lifted off a little bit, but didn't completely take off the accelerator, and went straight through there. Braking hard for this nasty S-bend. It's a serious S-bend this. It takes a lot of concentration to get through, and you've got to go through there one at a time. You can't try and overtake there. Back down to TCS 0, round the corner, and we're through the first straight and we're over the line. So I'm going to pop now to the second lap, and we're flying around fine. It's looking pretty good. We're going to swap now to not on board. We're going to swap to the front view, the front bonnet view, just so you can sort of get a gauge there as to what I'm doing at any given time. See me braking and stuff like that. So I'm braking there about 150, 100ish for that corner coming round. Now I'm trying to get round there. Really, what you want to be doing is hitting the power as you're going round a little bit, because that Megan can take it. That corner there wasn't great by me. I have gotten around there with a bit of power before. As it happens, I've drifted round there. I've got a TCS of 1, as you can see. Now that's because the Megan, like I say, it seems to hold very well. It doesn't roll really at all in the corners and stuff and that. But Suzuka circuit is notorious for its severe cornering. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth, even in a GR4, it's too difficult for me to have TC off completely for the entire track. I'll flick backwards and forwards as you'll watch, but it's just too technical of a track. So I'm coming around here for this bend here, braking, getting around nice and tight, hitting the apex, and I exit there fine. Now I've pulled away from dual central significantly. I've got a massive lead. SR's up flying, and I'm really sort of setting the race pace now. Braking hard for this hairpin, getting around, following it. I go far too wide there, but at least I didn't spin out. Now straight away, as soon as I get out that exit, TCS is down to 0. I'm pushing the car now. I'm trying to make as much distance between me and dual central P2 as I can. Now if you look in the top right hand corner, you can see the track map. I am so far away from the rest of the pack. It is amazing. It shows that I've got a really good track knowledge of Suzuka circuit, because like I say, it's not that familiarity with the car, because this car was brand new that day. So I've got a massive gap between me and P2, then there's a bit of a gap between P2 and 3 and P4, and then there's a huge gap again between that and the rest of the pack, so I'm making significant distance between us all. I've got to be honest, I was really impressed with the car by a lot, and I might even next season sign for Renault Sport. Might. Might give it a bit more of a go over the next few dailies, see if it's relevant for GR4s and see. But I have to say I was really impressed with the car. As we're coming down the straight towards the line for lap 3, cross the line there, SR still up again, and I've set a new time there, bottom right, 2:15. Now, like I say, that's fast and it's significant for the race, but I can do a lot faster. I can get 2 seconds off that, nearly 2 seconds off that. I'm just not great. Like again, that corner there, far too wide, and I'm hitting grass. I'm so far wide. I didn't need to push that hard at all. I should have been able to accelerate on that corner a bit sooner, but because I've got such a significant difference between me and P2, which has now changed, by the way, dual centre must have had a disaster at some point, I am fine to absorb that little bit of lost time there and progress around the track without any real danger whatsoever. So I'm coming around this corner, I'm managing my throttle here, full time for most of it, but as you're approaching the top of that crest, you take it off a little bit. Now I'm coming around here full throttle, I'm waiting to take the moment to slam on the brake, bang, hit the apex, hit the outside apex, slamming on the brakes again, getting around the corner, and again, like I said, that's not a good corner, it's not a good corner at all. I should have took that far wider than that. That was bit too tight, a bit too slow, coming into the hairpin, slamming on the brakes hard, going around the hairpin. Now that's a better exit by a significant margin. That it was a little bit of an oversteer there, but I managed to hold it, nothing to worry about. Back down onto TCS 0, and I'm just flooring it at this point. I'm looking at my rear view window at this point. Now what I do here on the right hand side, see that lamppost just past there, that's my marker to switch my TCS back up, because I use the G29 Logitech steering wheel. And I use the little dial, the little red dial, you know, to adjust my TCS. Now, it's not great, if I'm honest. You can turn it once sometimes and it'll move your TCS. You can turn it another time, it won't move your TCS at all. And you can turn it another time, and it'll move you up to like 3. So what I have to do for my TCS is make sure I have a bit of a prompt marker that gives me far plenty of time, enough time to adjust it if it doesn't work the first time. If I'm honest, I would like to have done it past that lamppost, but yeah, that's my safety marker there. That gives me the time to, if it doesn't work first click, to take my hand off and just start again and do it again before I hit that bend. Coming around through for the straight again. Now I am looking really not to break the record this time, because I've had a bit of a disastrous time, and I didn't. As you can see, I was well behind my fastest lap there. So I'm coming down to the straight for the final lap, looking at the markers on the right hand side, get 150, get 100, start to brake, gently braking, and then taking foot off the accelerator, looking to accelerate early, hitting the accelerator now, too hard, too far, now, and I'm away. You see, I was trying to get the accelerator a little bit early, a little bit as it was going round the bend rather than exiting. That's the best way to take, that's how you get your time there. Took that corner there, absolutely fine, taking that corner there, absolutely fine, a little bit wide on the exit, but it's still nothing to worry about. It could have been a little bit tighter. Coming around this corner here, and looking for the uphill, SR rating still fine, because I've got no one around us whatsoever. That could have been better, I could have hit the apex, but a word of warning at the top of that crest there. As the apex ends, there's a bit of a gap for a road and then just grass. It is very easy to clip that grass as you hit the top of that crest there. It's really easy. You hit that piece of grass doing a TCS of 1, you spin out. So you've got to be very mindful of that. It's not worth it if you've got such an advantage as what I have, is to push yourself that far. Steer left. When you get to the top of the crest, steer left. Coming around that hairpin there, that was a bit nice. That was probably the best one of this race so far. TCS down to 0 and flooring it again. Now I am not at all worried about my competitors at this point. There's no need to push. I have just got to drive conservatively, get TCS on it early for the lamppost again, and I've just got to get round the track now. This race should be mine unless I do something disastrous. Almost did there, went a bit wide but managed to recover. Bit of oversteer really, getting around the track there. I'm trying to get on the accelerator, don't want to take it too fast to get round. I just want to get round and finish this race. So now TCS down to 0, throwing it again down this lovely straight. Boom! Past the Panasonic sign, boom! Past the Dunlop sign, and I am looking for the cone on the right hand side. Yes, I use the cones, what can I say? I've even got the driver's assist, as you can see, to lift off gently. I do all the way that time, just because I've got such a surmountable lead, I haven't got to worry about it. Now you'll notice that I've lost the fastest lap time. Gutted, but I'm going to win the race, so it's not all bad. And I could have definitely beat that time as well, which is the most annoying thing by a long shot. But at least I get across the line, first position. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more GTS content. All the best. Ta-da.